a nurturer. You've like taken care of people your whole life.
Yes, 3 days a week anyway, because I work out on 14th Street. So you and I, we're just gonna make this a thing.
Well, and you're a nurturer. You've like taken care of people your whole life.
Yes, ma'am.
I would.
Are we crying today?
We might.
Okay,
It happens here on this show because it's life.
Right.
And we don't try to pretend it's anything but what it is. But, you know, I just really admire your journey, and I just want to be a part of your crew.
Oh, thank you so much. Well, you know, I'm gonna give you guys a little cliff notes of Millie Peartree really quickly. So at the age of 25, I lost my mom to colon cancer, and I had to take care of my 4 brothers and sisters. 2 of them were autistic. So my life has been full of ups and downs, but I say it's most important that you do the pivot. Like, you know, we all get sad, we lose people. I'm pretty sure throughout the last 2 years, like everybody has been affected by something, somehow, some way, whether they knew somebody that lost someone, whether they lost somebody personally. But, you know, it's all about, you got to pick yourself up and you got to continue to go. So even in 2019, I lost my restaurant right before the pandemic.
That's right. That was
illegal gas hauling work done in the building, so I lost my business. And it was like, you just got to keep going. So when the pandemic happened, you know, I caught COVID early on, and this was during the time of like no masks. We really didn't know what was going on.
I did too.
We just knew when you lost the sense of taste and smell, that wasn't a good thing.
Oh, God.
But, you know, as I got better, you know, when you started to open up a little bit, we started to feed essential workers. And essential workers, it was just like, you know, we wanted to be able to help people and feed people because everything was closed, right?
And that is the caretaker in you.
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
It is. You're such a good person. And then you get a call from like Chip and Joe.
Yes, so like, you know, I was doing the work, you know, we fed over 100,000 children and families throughout the pandemic.
Oh my God, I'm just sorry, we gotta give the hands for that.
And then I get this message, like, you know, I started to cook and bake and just try to be happier and help people. And I get this call from Chip and Joanne, and they're like, you know what? We're just inspired by everything you do. Let's do something. And I was like, okay, well, let's do something. And that's how A Chef's Guide to Soul Food came about.
I love this story so much. Now, Millie, one of the things we're going to tackle today is something that I think so many people are in the dilemma of, is leftovers. And I heard you say you can and will reinvent them so there is no food waste. And
right.
I love this particular recipe. And I'm like, teach us. I'm in your car. You are the driver. Teach us, Millie, what are we doing?
Absolutely. So people oftentimes say, you know what, I don't eat leftovers. I'm a big leftover girl. I just feel like, you know, it tastes better the next day. But some people, they just don't care for it. But we live in a society where we shouldn't be throwing away food, right?
I agree.
So this recipe is my Magnolia macaroni and cheese. And
You mean this right here?
Yes, I want you to taste that because I heard that that's your favorite thing is macaroni and cheese.
It's my #1 food on planet Earth. Mm-hmm. I'm salivating.
Yep, just going for it. See, there you go. That's right. That's what we're looking for.
Millie, keep going.
So it's really good. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna take this macaroni and cheese and we're gonna repurpose it into something else. So we're gonna make a macaroni and cheese waffle. You know, you get that crispy, crunchy with a little bit more cheese, so you get that ooey gooey moment of it. But then oftentimes we have leftover protein. So sometimes people cook protein, they may overcook it and maybe dry it out. So in this pan, we have a tablespoon or so of olive oil. We have some caramelized onions, and then we're gonna add some garlic. I love garlic. This is about 6 cloves, but add more or less if you like.
We're also going to bring some brisket back to life.
We're going to bring some brisket back to life. So we already have some chopped brisket here. And we're going to dump this in. Had that. And it smells good already. And because, you know, I love soul food and Southern food, because soul food and Southern food are different. There are 7 cuisines to Southern food. But we're going to take a little Cajun seasoning. You're going to add a little bit more spice to it.
How much, Millie? Pinch,
as much as you. I do a big pinch.
I'm not subtle about anything, so.
Mm-hmm. And when I make my Cajun seasoning, I do it salt-free. To your point is you're not subtle about it, so it gives you all that flavor, but you're not making it salty. Because don't forget, we already cooked this already, and it has salt in the meat.
Right.
And then so we have this going, and then we're going to add some stock.
Yeah, because brisket can get dry.
It can get dry, and we're just rehydrating it.
Is this stock?
This is stock. This is beef stock we're using. We're adding flavor upon flavor. If you have chicken stock, if you have like some beef bouillon, whatever it is, you can have vegetable stock, or you can even add water.
See, this is what I mean about reconstituting. You are bringing this into not just back to life, but a new life.
Absolutely, and it'll be equally delicious. And then we added some stock, and now we're gonna add some barbecue sauce.
Oh, okay.
I heard somebody saying,
I mean, oh God, I love barbecue sauce.
I love barbecue sauce. And if you make barbecue sauce, feel free to use a jarred barbecue sauce if you like. It's all about making things your own. And that's one thing I like about soul food so much. You make things your own. And I show you guys how I make cornbread and macaroni and cheese and everything in my Magnolia project. I put cinnamon in my cornbread. But if you don't like cinnamon, don't use cinnamon. It's all about showing you the technique on the reason why I do things. And it's most important that we're telling a story. And that's the one thing I like about the Magnolia Network. They got us, a whole bunch of us storytellers together, and we're able to tell stories, you know?
Yes, absolutely. Now, how long do I want to cook the liquid out? How long would you suggest that I let this go, Millie?
So we'll let this go for about 10 or 15 minutes. You're going to constantly stir it.
Oh, see, I'm glad I asked. I would have pulled this off and had something kind of drippy, and I would not have thought to leave it in there for 10 or 15. I'm really glad I asked.
We're rehydrating it if you overcook it, and then it can pull together a little bit more, so you can have like this pulled brisket. But most importantly, you want it rehydrated, you want the flavor, and you want it to be very moist.
See, this is why I don't know what I'm doing.